Alright, hello and welcome to Ethan's Garage. Today we are in the beautiful Marina Del Rey neighborhood. Sun is shining, blue skies, it's a great day here. And this area is a good spot for cars. I was here just the other day and found a very rare car, which I'll see if I can find again for you guys. If not, I'll insert a picture of it. But let's do some looking around. Most people have their garages closed up, so that's where the really cool stuff is, but there's still tons of fun stuff street parked. So let's give it a look. Check this beauty out. Cadillac Coupe de Ville. Such a good looking car. So I hope that you guys are Land Rover fans, because I know that I definitely am. And the one right in front of me is a perfect Landy. I think this is a Series 1. And it has something that you usually don't see, which is this sort of like over the cab cargo area. Actually, looking closer at it, I think the roof is actually a pop top. See the hinges right there. Looks like not all the old cars here are in great shape. This is a Mercury Montclair. I've actually never heard of one of those before. As you can see, definitely some rust. Actually, quite a bit of rust. Definitely fixable though. And it must drive if it's street parked. This Marina Del Rey neighborhood is always just so cool. The houses are really interesting. That kind of reddish one's nice. This is a nice Mediterranean vibe to it, despite being probably not that old of a house. And then you get lots of luscious landscaping. And now we're down at the canal. Super beautiful spot here. Kind of funny, I was actually just looking up these for sale last night. This is the Cadillac CTS wagon. This one's not the CTS-V, sadly, but these things are just the best. I always love the design of these. This is a pretty decent era for Cadillac. It's just so fun and angular. I would not mind owning one. And right here we have one of the best vehicles ever made. The 100 Series Land Cruiser. Such a great car. Super luxurious and super reliable and super capable. What more do you want? These are always kind of interesting. The Hyundai Equus, which was their first, at least in the US, branch into luxury cars. Now they've obviously split off and had the whole Genesis brand. It's kind of a funny, weird history. But these things are always kind of cool to see. They're quite affordable to pick up, used. I don't know if the engine's like the most reliable thing ever, but then again, if you're up against a BMW 5 Series, I don't think that is either. Interesting spotting. Big fan of this American flag garage door. And also, these are pretty decent. I've driven a few of these and they're actually really nice cars to drive. This is pretty solid. Got a Nardo Gray Audi S4. Super clean. I always like these wheels in them too, especially with the Nardo Gray. That's a great combo. This here could be a pretty interesting two-car solution. The awesome, soon to be, and already kind of is, very collectible Hummer H2, and a nice Mercedes SL. Pretty interesting wheels in that too. Check that out. What an interesting entryway with the vivid green. And then right here we got this incredible gateway. And then, also, cool way of putting out the, I'm guessing that's 5015 is the address. But look at that. That is vivid. See, if you give people directions to that house and they miss it, you know they're just an idiot. Man, this really is one beautiful area. Stunning. And check this out. Not the best shape, but it's still a Porsche 968 convertible with some very interesting wheels right there. It looks like the blue bits are like inserts. Fortunately, this one's an auto, but still a pretty interesting car. This house here is absolutely wild. Very much like a Batman house or something. So cool. Well, I almost walked by this, but check this out. Nice 90s Ford Thunderbird. Pretty nice shape and very cool wheels. Right here we have not just an E46, a manual E46. That's definitely a hell yeah for me. People really have some of the coolest garage doors here. That's an impressive mural. And then right across from it is this, which is also kind of a cool design. Alright, so now I'm on the other side of the canal. The water is right over there. And let's check out what's over here. I'm kind of starting to think I should do architecture tours of LA, because there's so many cool houses here. There's so much to show. I mean, just look at the facade of that one, or this one. Very fun. It's a pretty nice Chevy Blazer right here. I like the all black on the town car. And then of course we got Probably one of my favorite generations of the 6 Series. Honestly, the 6 Series has done a pretty good job of being relevant and cool throughout time. Not bad, we got an E36 AMG. We got the 5 Series wagon and the nice Mercedes SL. Very nice Jaguar XK right here. This here is a car that's become increasingly rare. The first gen Ford Explorer, the super boxy one from the 90s. What a cool car to be living by the beach with. C2 Corvette convertible. Love it. Alright, so this here has to be the best finding so far in Marina del Rey. I'll be honest, I actually found this a few days ago and have come back to find it and made this whole video. But this here is the extremely rare Mercedes G36, not 63, 36 AMG. As you can see right there in the back. This is one of the rarest models of G-Wagon ever made. For some reason, only sold in Japan. They made, from my research, about 120 of these, and it had a straight 6 that was hand built by AMG. Also, this is built around 94, so this was actually one of the very first AMG cars made after AMG merged with Mercedes as one company versus it being a separate tuning company. Very wild car. Love the stickers, AMG Japan and Yanase. Really wild vehicle, and definitely one of these things you're not going to see very often. The rectangular side pipes on it are super cool, and just generally it's still a G-Wagon, so it's just awesome. I don't think it's actually all that fast. I think 0 to 60 in these is about like 9 seconds, but super cool, super rare finding. Here's one for all the Porsche fans. The Panamera Wagon GTS. What an epic car. GTS is definitely always the way to go for me with Porsche. That, or they've introduced the T, which is kind of like the lower cost GTS, so kind of the mini enthusiast car. But that's a proper spec. Just wish it had a slightly more interesting color. So obviously, along with car spotting, one of my other favorite things to spot is interesting license plates. There's one right there with the very rare Washington DC plate, especially that version of it. But this takes the cake, and the car too. Dutch plated Hilux. And I just love stuff like that. And right there is the much more standard G63 AMG, not the G36 AMG. Well, looks like I found another gem. This here is a beautiful Aston Martin DB11. Very nice spec on it too. The navy blue with the blue top is always a good look. Nice and classy. Of course too, we got the nice tan leather interior. Can't go wrong with that right there. I always love with this car, they had the sort of invisible rear wing, really diverted air through there. Right here we got the 4Runner, the nice Miata, and the very forlorn and forgotten Maserati Gran Turismo. Kind of sad. I absolutely adore those cars. Over there is where I've been walking, and right here is the beautiful, beautiful beach. And you can see kind of the view these people have. Not a bad way to live, but damn is this stuff expensive. These homes are absurdly pricey. And right here we got the new Maserati Grecale, which I'd be very curious to hear your thoughts on. I'm kind of mixed on it. I've actually driven maybe 1 or 2 of these, and actually been pretty impressed with the overall vibe and quality. Some of the specs aren't quite perfect because it's a 4-cylinder and or they're going kind of an EV route with it. But it's a pretty nice car overall, at least, you know, when it works. And it'll be interesting to see when they bring out the new Maserati Levante, what that's going to be like. But I'm curious to hear what you guys think about that. Found another impressive lineup of cars right here. Got here the nice Mustang, the 992 911, which I must say the red and black is always a very good look on these. And of course, we also have the awesome, I think this is an 80 series Land Cruiser. If you know more about bikes than I do, let me know about what this thing is. Obviously it's a BMW. I'm guessing probably early 2000s or 90s given the design, but very cool looking bike. Also, we've got the new Raptor over there. Of course, the Bronco Raptor, not just the F-150 Raptor anymore. If you're a BMW guy, you'll definitely like this. Nice BMW E30 with BBS wheels, which is a nice touch. And if you still like German cars and haven't seen enough German, Porsche Boxster. This one's definitely got some damage from parking in this neighborhood, I think, though. Very tinted, too. Nice 992 911 Cabriolet down in there. I've never actually come down this alley before, and I'm glad to see this nice Mercedes SL, but also a very nice community garden. Adds a lot of charm to this neighborhood. So what's your guess for what's under there? Given the general dimensions, probably a Boxster, but I'm not 100% sure. Since I've already spent a bunch of time in this video pointing out cool G-Wagons, I might as well point out this very fun red on this G-Wagon. Or the nice lifted green GX460 or 470, I always forget which. Definitely can't walk by this without mentioning 996 Turbo. Very nice. This right here is a car that I feel like is underappreciated and kind of forgotten. Actually kind of a personal favorite of mine. The Infiniti QX4, which I always love these 3-spoke wheels on it. It's basically just a Nissan Pathfinder, but just with more leather. It's kind of like the whole Lexus LX470 is just a Land Cruiser, but with an Infiniti badge. Pretty fun car. So this whole neighborhood is kind of anchored by this beautiful canal right here. But the problem is this footbridge is just collapsing. There's like literally a piece of cement floating in the water attached by only rebar. Check that out. I think that's a Renault, but I'm honestly not 100% sure. I think so though. Let me know in the comments. That is so cool. I just realized as I was walking by this house that they made the whole outdoor area look like a boat. What a fun thing to do by the beach. I think that wraps up the video. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Hope you guys liked the cool stuff I saw. The G-Wagon in particular was a definite standout to me. I know I said it earlier, but I saw it a few days ago and I was so hoping to see it again when I came back, and I'm happy I got the chance to see that. Next, just see the G36 AMG, which is even rarer than that one, but that'll probably take a little while. Anyways, don't forget to subscribe, guys. It really does matter, and I'll see you guys in the next one.